Welcome back to the Create SMP. In between episodes, we got ourselves into a little bit of shenanigans where there was a build battle held on this server. And there's some pretty solid builders on the server, so I decided I wanted to put my skills to the test and see what we could come up with in terms of competition. And the winner of this build battle got something very, very special. They got another ancient relic. There's 7 of them right now, and the winner gets another ancient relic. So let's get into the battle and see how we did. Hey guys, what is up? We are in our build battle. This is a build battle that is taking place on the server. We're going to get 30 minutes to create whatever the prompt says. He's going to put us in creative mode for for the 30 minutes, and then we can build up, down, whatever we want to do for whatever he gives us. I don't know what the prompt is yet, but we're about to find out here shortly. We got less than a minute before we are supposed to. Looks like we got a couple people. We got Mediacat, Maloney Ploney, Tresman, random Threen from this dropper, Beater Bevy, aka Gage, my brother. I don't know who that over there. I can't read. Hey, I punched him. Loser. No! But you know what? I'm gonna put my building skills to the test today, baby. That's the plan. The plan is to win, because if we win, we get another hint to an ancient relic. And it's always nice to have more than one. If you have more than one, you're pretty overpowered. And R1 is just a crossbow. I'm hoping maybe like a sword or pickaxe. We gotta make sure. Hey, same to you. Bam. Let's get it. Oh god, I'm in creative. What is the thing? The theme is. What is it? Give me the theme. Log cabin. Okay, so we gotta go with the best looking stuff. We got. We gotta go. Mangrove log. Maybe not. Maybe we go spruce. Spruce log. First things first, we gotta get all this to be grass. We got 30 minutes. Log cabin. I'm thinking maybe we go old timey. See, the first thing I think is like Little House on the Prairie style log cabin. But we don't have really, like, we need to do planks. We're gonna definitely need a lot of trapdoors. That's gonna be, really be the, that's gonna help us. Maybe because I've been working on the 3 depth stuff. We go 3 depth. We get, I think what's gonna send us over the edge on this one is gonna be the atmosphere around the log cabin. I think we put a little pond next to it. I think we put, I didn't need the blocks. Oh, it's ugly grass. I don't like ugly grass. Why does my, oh my gosh, it's like a desert. I think the pond sent us over. Man, do I want to go, I wish I knew better block palette from mangrove, but I'm pretty, I think we go solid. We gotta get a good foundation in it. We get a good foundation with like the deep slates. That'll work great for us. But I will cut you back when I start working on getting all of it. Once I fill all this in and working on the actual foundation of the log cabin. We got. Deep slate, polished deep slate. It's polished. Brick. There we go. Basalt. All right, guys. So we got a very tiny. I think we take this corner up right here. Oh, it ain't very big. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we got to just 1, 2. So we're using like. Oh, we're gonna push this back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe a little 3 by 3. We might do go here. This is how we'll do it. Here. Yes, I like it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh man, we can push this back one. Let's go here. But I'm gonna do it like I do my plan for in my Crafting Cordell series with all my houses. This is what my plan's gonna be. We go here, get the basalt out here, make it a nice like foundation piece here, and then we move it into like an actual log style building underneath. So here, so it's not gonna be very big. Obviously, we don't have a lot of space to work with here, but we're gonna do our best with what we got. We got normal deep. Is this the cobble deep slate? Got to work, get a nice. Cause like look at the difference in shade. So we got to make sure that we get a nice varying textures here. Deep slate tiles are way more dark than the rest of it. I had to break. Now we got this base built. I mean, again, we'll work better detail out here. So like maybe I just got these tiles. Gives us a little chance. So now we gotta go. I think we go spruce here. Why do I do this? Stop it! Give me this. We build up into the spruce logs here. 1, 2, 3. We might go 5 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 4. Wait, is that 4? I want 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go with that. Now we push into. I think we go oak. I think oak. I mean, do we go oak? I don't want a cherry. Ooh, maybe cherry looks good. Maybe we push with the cherry blocks. Nah. It's too much. We go oak. I think we gotta go oak here. I think that's my best plan of action. I think we take the oak logs here. Strip wood is going to be a nice touch for whoever's using that. But we go oak logs. And then we take the oak wood and work up next with it. We're here with it. I wish I had more space, but 5 by 5. Like I said, outside of the video, we're about 24 minutes left. Gage is using stripping it with an axe instead of just using the strip log. He's so dumb. He's not the most intelligent being in the shed. You know what I mean? You know, the spoon in the fridge, sharpest spoon in the fridge, right? Okay, from here we go. I feel like us getting log cabins kind of simple and basic, which I'm not opposed to. So I've made it to the competition area, and so we're gonna start, and we're gonna grade kind of each one of these builds. I'll start with mine. This isn't gonna be like of any particular order. Mine is just gonna be what I think of what I could have done better, and what I think I did good, what I could have done better, and what I think lost me. So in terms of placing, I did not get first, second, or third. I talked to people who judged, and it turns out that there was a hard decision between there's 4 of us. I was 4th, and I know what I think did me in over the others compared to. Let me fix this. There we go. Over the others, and why they didn't, why I didn't get in the podium. And I'll talk about that. But they said that it bounced between the 4 bases, but like each person was in first for one particular time. So let's talk about what I like about my build. So the first thing is I really do like the foundation that I put down on the build. It's a little basic, but I like the foundation being like it has a strong foundation. You got the pillars of the basalt that really work together well with the deep slate, and it goes into a nice log cabin-y feel. Like you gotta in real life, if you're building something, you should have a strong foundation. Otherwise, it's gonna fall apart pretty quickly. I do like how I implemented the outward facing cabins and the trapdoors around the logs that go across. And on the sides, I like the window panes. For it being 30 minutes, I did forget a door, so that's unfortunate. And then on the outside, my goal was to win or get a bunch of bonus points with the atmosphere around it, which I think I did an okay job with. Like I like this path to the bench, and then the pond's nice. But I wish I could. I bet I could do it more. Oh no, not the kelp. Put the kelp back. Put the kelp back.
It's cheating. Put kelp back. Do I have it in? I don't know which one that is. That 7? Kelp. Which one? F1. Kelp. Okay. But I think I could have more like add some moss. I think the grass really didn't help here. It's pretty ugly. But I think if I would have added moss and maybe just made the whole thing moss, it might have looked a lot better. The tree for putting it together in the last like 2 minutes, I'm not upset about. Could have been a little bigger, but I do think what did hinder me a little bit was the fact that I made my cabin so small. Like it's a what 3x3 on the inside. Didn't help me in the long run. Like if you look around, every other base pretty much takes up the whole area, and it allows them to put a lot more detail on the inside, which mine will get to, but does not have that. I think my favorite thing, and we can get some scaffolding up to look at this. I was trying to toss around what I could do to make a fireplace, and I think this came out really nice because so having one on each side makes it so like if you look around, there was either the traditional way of using like smoke or cobwebs as smoke, and or using fireplace campfires as the texture. And I think this being really basic but really having 2 of them helped me out, and I think it worked out really well. I think that's probably one of my because I had to like figure out a way, and it took me a couple minutes if you watch the thing to figure out how to put the fireplace in, but I do enjoy the fireplace that I created. Now, things I could have done better. The biggest thing I think got me was my interior. My interior is pretty sad and pathetic. Not a lot of space to work with, but I think I could have done something more. Maybe put like a shelf and put some things in here just to make it look a little more cozy. The 3x3 didn't help. I thought maybe I get some bonus points with using the different workshop benches for the roof, and then like the blast furnaces for the floor. I think that does help with detail, but again, like it's so compacted that I just couldn't think on the fly for the interior. And I've already talked about how like I add moss, and then I could maybe add some frogs, maybe some kind of light in the pond for some reason. I don't know why, maybe a little mystical. But other than that, and then I would have probably made the house bigger and focus less on the outside just to be able to add that more detail on the inside. But other than that, I do think I did a pretty decent job. There were some details that I forgot to add, like maybe a couple lanterns here and there, and then the backside is kind of plain. I wish I would have done more with the backside. We could have added more trapdoors. Like I said, trapdoors is going to be my friend, and I used a good chunk of them, but I maybe could have used more just to add more detail. But to just give it a nice base, I'll say this is a 5 out of 10 build. You know, if we're going off what I think for the rest of the scales. So next we have probably my least favorite, or it is my least favorite build. Sorry, Gage. I'm not gonna try to be mean, or anything. So that's what I said, guys. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to help. It's Gage's base, the bearded bevy. I don't know who all built what, but I know Gage built this one. And I think the big thing here, there's 2 big things that really hinder his base. The first big thing is his colors are just atrocious in terms of complementing each other. I think maybe if you would have done something instead of making the whole roof copper and then maybe just like outline it in copper and use a different color to match this brown oak logs, it would have benefited him a lot. And then just the brick it by with these colors just don't work. I mean, I think brick is hard to use in general, so like I'm not saying like when he put this with it, I don't think he was fighting an uphill battle with that. And the second thing is that I think he made it really short, so it doesn't look, because you never see a house that's just 6 foot tall for walls, so there's not a lot of area he could add detail. Like where I couldn't add detail on the inside, he couldn't really add a lot of detail on the outside, so I think that hindered him a little bit. Now we work on the inside. Now this is where I will give him credit. His interior is mud. I mean, like this is a nice chimney on the inside. I do like this chimney on the inside. Does not correlate to the outside, but this looks really nice. I do like that a lot. His bunk bed with the chest, not bad. His interior is a lot better than my interior, so I'll give him points on this. This doesn't look too bad. But again, the green and the brown really polarizing in terms of contrast, in my opinion. So in terms of interior, I think Gage did a great job. that's amazing interior, especially if you compare it to mine. So overall, I'd say I probably give him about a 4.5 out of 4 out of 10. The outside is just three colors, and it does hit. But I think if he works on the outside, he gets better at seeing the difference of contrast colors. I think it'll be a lot better. All right, next up is this hut here that I think did the next best. I believe so. This kind of follows a same detriment that the bearded bevies or gauges did, is that it's a little short, but it is taller than gauges. But the colors do work really well, so I do like the contrast. And then we have a whole bunch of different details added in with the different logs. I think is that a mud block or is that a mangrove? It might be a mangrove tree, but all the different shades of colors. But I think on the outside it gets a little bland, and they tried covering up with leaves, which I mean it helps a little bit, but maybe if they would have thrown in some, like if they're going with like the leafy, like added some vines as well, and then still done what they did on the front side, right? You can see, so like the rest of the build, they kind of just skipped on all the extra detail that they had on the front. If they would have done that the whole base, that would have been made it look a whole lot better. But I do like this a lot. I do enjoy this. Maybe inset the door a little bit, because just insetting the door frame, just one, adds an extra layer of detail for your builds. I get that they're probably trying to this trap door, but I think that if you add, so like if you look, that I think this looks nicer on this side than it does on the outside, and I think that's probably more key, is to make it look nice on the outside than it does on the inside. Now let's look at the interior. Much grand fireplace on the inside. I do like this a lot. The carpet, nice and cozy. Gone with the brown, maybe contrasted different with the brown thing, but I do like this a lot. The stone staircases or blocks. And I do see, like, if they use this, they might have to figure out something else used than just normal stone, something maybe a little bit darker, like a deep slate or something, or a black stone if they wanted to go that way with it. It might have been a little too dark. But I do like this interior a lot, way better than mine. Way better than mine. All interiors in here are probably way better than mine. So I do like this, and they went with the smokestack, matching the inside. Do like that a lot. So I will give this one a nice 5.5 out of 10. So the next one I'm going with is going to be this one. So these two were pretty close in my opinion. I believe that what this comes down to is that and this will be personal preference between exterior and interior. I believe this one has the better interior, but this one's exterior and color combination, it just works way better. I think the biggest flaw, and this is about the only thing I can say about this because this is a great build, the biggest flaw is it's a lot of the same color of brown. So I think they went spruce all the way, and I think that hinders like they could have had, so like all this detail up top that they have, if that maybe would have been a different color, or behind it would have been a different color, just a slightly lighter shade of brown, or just something else maybe in general. And then like kind of the roof doesn't have really an outlining frame. It's just kind of, even with the detail, kind of looks a little flat. I think that's what really hinders it for me. I think they would have either changed colors or maybe like added an extra block. If they would use like cobblestone framing around it, I think this would have looked a lot nicer. And that's just my opinion. Now, we walk into the house. This is great. This interior, so they got 2 floors, so they got their nice living stages. Got some fancy quartz going on here. Is this supposed to be a TV? This is a TV. This is genius. Now, one thing I don't like is they can afford a TV, but they can't afford some wood flooring or some stone flooring. Then this is just this looks really nice, and I do really like this in terms of eye appeal. But as an engineer myself, doesn't make any sense. Why would you have dirt and then a TV? They would put some kind of foundation here. So that's just me nitpicking there. But this does look really nice, and I do like everything around here. This interior, like this nice little, we can sit, have a nice little meal. Got some ambiance. You got they're cooking on the stove. Smart. Then we go up here, and they got a nice like double bunk bed. I wouldn't even dreamt of double bunk beds. Another like little gaming table and a nice sleeping area. Maybe I don't know what this is all about, but this I think probably has the chimney up top, and they went with the cobweb, which works fine with a bigger build like this. And this is where you see like they start with like the builds start using the whole area for just the log cabin, which makes sense because that's what the thing was, and that's where I kind of fell flat. I think if I would have used maybe more space, things would happen. But like I said, the only thing that hinders hinders this for me is that it's a little flat and there's a lot of the same color on the outside. But this was a great build. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. And in second place, in my opinion, which might have got second place in the actual tournament, I don't know how these last three stacked up, is this one. Like I said, not much difference between the two. I think this one just edges out because the color contrast is just so much better on the outside than this one is. The detail that they put on the outside looks really great. They got a nice little deck. I do like that a lot. Let's look at the back side here. They did a good job. Kind of, it might be a little bit mimicked, a little bit different, but it's on the back side as well. So they got detail in everywhere they could. Ooh, do we got a false foundation here though? But let's look on the inside. I do like this. Looks really nice on the outside. The colors really pop and then work with each other. So we work on the inside. They use bricks to a much effective fashion. So like I said, that one, at least they have like the other one didn't have a foundation. This one does. They did the same bunk bed principle. They got their bookshelves. I do like the interior a lot. I like the other one's interior a little bit more, but this interior is a lot. They got a nice painting. I don't know if this is supposed to be TV. It just kind of here, there's a lot of open area. The other one utilized its open area a lot better, but I do like this a lot. It still looks really, really good. But if anything, the only thing they could do is maybe try to figure out, maybe put a table or something, use this open space a little bit better. That's the only nitpick that I have here. And then maybe try to cover this chimney. I mean, like if you're going to have an exterior chimney come down, try to make it work with the chimney, but if not, cover it up and then make sure it's not there. But overall, I'm giving this one a 7.6 out of 10. That's how close these two were. Now, we get with what I believe and was the winner. We go with this. It's not a log cabin. It's a cabin on a log, which is genius. Like that alone, in terms of taking a prompt and doing the most with it, that alone gives them at least like a 2 out of 10. Just making, like saying, oh, it's a cabin on a log. That's a 2 out of 10 immediately. Plus 2 points right there. But the thing that I like about this build the most, and this is what I like about a lot of builds, is when someone can take make a small thing and compact as much detail as possible into it. That is such a good skill to have when building in Minecraft. I think if you can add detail to something really tiny, that's just it's just an incredible thing. So we'll get to the outside. Let's look at the interior first. The interior is tiny, but look how much detail they went with. The mossy feel mud tactic here, and it's like this building is way smaller than my own building, but the detail inside of it. But like they somehow opened it up. The detail inside of it is crazy. They got it. They put an actual fireplace. They got their workstation, their sink and stuff. They got a bed. They got a nice little nightstand. All the leaves, ambiance in here. It's just crazy. The amount of detail they packed inside of the building, let alone on the outside. Now let's look at the outside. And I always love this style of door. It makes it look like a lot neater where they have the trapdoors around the spruce actual door. I do like that a lot. But they were able to do the same thing on the outside. Like the whole thing is just flowers, moss. They got a stone rock in the back. They've made a log for the house to sit on. Bunch of leaves. They were able to do not one custom tree like myself, but 3 custom trees. So they got a nice big one in the back, and they used 2 little like semi-grown saplings in the front. So that's crazy. Got more rocks on here. They got water in the leaves. I didn't even waterlog in the leaves. Genius. They got a drip. They got a nice little what is this? I don't remember. I could have added that into my pond. I didn't put any lily pads. I didn't think about that. That's crazy. They use moss. They use rooted dirt. Genius. I mean, the detail here is just incredible. This, I've never seen this before because it's new, but they put a pot with a candle in it. The new big pots. I like that a lot. And then, I talk about how they're the old-timey way of making fireplaces. This is the way you got to do it. This is, I mean, if you're going to make an old-timey fireplace, oh, don't fall. You got to make it like this. We're going to go, I mean, like, it comes up, it loops around. I believe this here is the top of the fireplace and the rest of it's supposed to be smoke, and it, like, disperses. They use gray glass panes as a secondary source, so it's like different textures down through here, and this is like the thick smoke, and then it thins out as it goes up, because the solution to pollution is dilution, guys, if you didn't know that. But everything, the detail here is just crazy. They have all these banners on the back, which I'm not even like, I think this is supposed to be like drying clothing. Because if that's the case, I mean, that, again, another just genius technique here. So I really do enjoy, like, this is just visually appealing. Like, staring and looking, like, I feel like the more you walk around this house, this log cabin, the more you, the different things you see. So I do think this was a great job by its creator. Now I will say that it would have been a crime that this one almost didn't get first due to the fact that they said that they built a cabin on a log instead of a log cabin, which would have been a travesty if it wouldn't have gotten first. I think that was a genius play on words, so I think that, I'm just saying. But overall, I'm giving this one like a 9. So once we get into the 9s, it's going to be harder to get to that 10. So is it a perfect 10? I mean, I'm not going to be the one to say it's a perfect 10 because I probably couldn't build something like this. But I don't want to be, we got to say, hey, you can always get better. So that means there's always a better build out there. So that means you can't have a perfect 10. So what I'm going to say of this one, to give him a little bit more leeway, I'm going to say like a 9.2 out of 10. This was a great design, especially for as little spaces we have. I had a blast, guys, doing the build battle. That was so much fun. I believe that we definitely should. I think more of that is going to be coming in the future. I've suggested a few ideas that maybe we do like a build battle, but it's to create like a legitimate shopping district, and then each one of the themes is different. Like someone gets a different theme for their shop. I think that'd be a really cool idea. I've suggested that to the admins. Who knows? Who knows what will happen in the future? But I hope everyone that watched this, and if they're on the server, you watch this, you don't get mad at me. I was just putting my own opinions on things, and maybe hopefully give you my 2 cents to hopefully make you or give you an idea of what maybe you could do in the future to make things look great. But everyone that did compete in the build battle, they did an awesome job in their own right. And those rankings that I give are nothing is in malicious intent, just so you guys know. But if you let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of each of the builds, whose was your favorite, or which one was your favorite, I guess. And if you want to tear mine apart, do that. Feel free. I'm not mad about it. I want critiques too. So I'm gonna leave you guys here with that, but in the next episode, hopefully we'll have a whole bunch to do, get a whole bunch done, and maybe we'll have I'm gonna try to get an Elytra in between episodes. That'd be great. So I will see you guys then, and until next time, peace.